This time I'm going to build this mini cajon, and I built it out of plywood. And you don't need to be a woodworker to build a project like this. In fact, if you are a musician and like to build one for yourself, I'll show you how. Now, if you are a woodworker, you probably will use your table saw to make the cuts. Probably a better one than this one. But if you don't have access to a table saw, you can use, for example, a handsaw or a jigsaw. You can use a circular saw, a bend saw, a scroll saw, as long as you are able to follow the lines and make straight cuts. And now I need to cut out the Soundhole. And of course you can use a jigsaw, a coping saw, a scroll saw, whatever you have available. Now, to glue the pieces together, I will use simple butt joints, and I will reinforce the joint with some glue blocks. Now, just for some decorative reasons, I like to put some walnut veneer on top of the top. And now let's see how that's done. First I have to put a good amount of glue on top of the wood. Now spread it out. Okay, now I let the glue cure a little bit, but not completely. Okay, I gave the glue about half an hour to dry, and as you can see it's dry to the touch, but it's not cured completely. That's exactly what we want. And now I put the veneer on top of the plywood. Okay, now I need to install the snare. And here is where I screwed up a little bit, because it would be much easier to install the snare before I assemble everything, but no big deal. I will install the snare with this little wooden block, and as you can see it has a slight taper on top, and that's because I want the snare to press against the top. So I will screw the snare to this block, and then I will glue the block inside like this, so that the snare then presses against the lid. Now, if you're anything like me, the top will not be perfect flush, like here. And what I do, I take a piece of wood, wrap some 60 grit sandpaper around it, and just sand it. Okay. That's better. Okay, now I will screw on the top. Therefore I marked the positions where I need to drill the holes, so that they're all evenly spaced. Okay, the cajon is assembled, but as you can see it's not very pretty yet, because we still have a lot of sanding to do. So I recommend take a block of wood, use some coarse grit sandpaper and work your way down until everything is flush and beautiful. The woodworkers, of course, they will have the power tools which make the job easier. For example, a palm sander or a disc sander would be nice. And after the sanding is done, we could round over the edges. Of course, with a router table and a round over bit, this would be very easy, but you also can use your block of sandpaper and ease the edges a little bit, so that everything feels nice and is a little bit round and looks better. That looks much better. Okay, the only thing left to do is apply finish. And you can use any finish you like. You can even leave it like this. But I'm going to apply an oil finish. I use Danish oil. Now, applying an oil finish is very easy. Just flood the surface, rub it in, then I let it soak for a while, a few minutes, and I wipe the excess off. And that's it. Nothing to it. Well, there's only one thing left for me to do, and that's learn how to play this thing.